Thank you. Hello and good morning, everyone. And thank you very much for inviting us at Terranet to this Mobility Tech Investment Day. My name is Göran Jansson, and I'm the CEO of Terranet. And with me today, I have Nihat Küçük, who is not obviously here, physically, but he will be joining in over the internet in just a couple of slides. So let me start. And the way I want to start is by talking a little bit about why we do what we do and what motivates us to provide innovative lightning-fast sensor technologies for the automotive industry. According to statistics, around 40% of road fatalities occur in urban areas. And with urban areas, we have intense and dense traffic situations. We have a lot of vulnerable road users, such as pedestrians and cyclists and children going back and forth to school and so on. And this is really our mission. Our mission is to drastically decrease the way too high number of road facilities in urban environments. And in doing so, every millisecond matters. And the way it matters is because in order to avoid collision, it's super essential that the time from discovering a vulnerable road user to activate and trigger the braking system and to potentially also change the direction of the car a little bit, it's super crucial that that time is as short as it can ever be. And of course, way faster than what can be achieved by us human drivers. The challenge with today's sensors and vision systems is that it's not really fast enough. Actually, it's not much faster than the response time of us human drivers. And this is really our business. It is to provide sensor technology which is an order of magnitude faster than what can be achieved by systems today. So with our technology, the voxel flow technology, in a way we can say that we are redefining or pioneering what it means to move safely in urban traffic. Whereas today's systems achieve response times in order of 300 to 500 milliseconds, our technology can do it more than 10 times faster. In terms of the total braking distance, that translates to around a 5 meter shorter braking distance if the car is running at approximately 60 kilometers per hour, or 2.5 meters if the car is running at 30 kilometers per hour. And this makes a whole lot of difference, and no doubt this will save lives. So let me now mention a few data points regarding the market we are in and the company itself. So the technology that we are providing in terms of voxel flow and the product solution, which we call Blink Vision, is part of the fast growing global market for advanced driver assistance systems, so-called ADAS systems, and autonomous vehicles. And what we're targeting in this market is original equipment manufacturers or car manufacturers, if you wish, but also tier one suppliers, the ones who are supplying components to the car manufacturers. It's companies like Bosch and Continental, just to make to mention two of them. The voxel flow technology we're basing our product on is protected by patents. Patents that we have perpetual and exclusive rights to in the domain we are operating in. We have our headquarters and R&D office in Lund, but we also have an automotive lab in Stuttgart where Nihat is right now, and this is conveniently located close to some of the bigger German car manufacturers such as Porsche and Daimler and Mercedes-Benz and also the tier 1 company I mentioned before, Bosch. We're listed on Nasdaq First North, premier growth market since 2017. And just to provide some size and growth numbers of the ADAS market we're in, I'd like to show this graph, which comes from a report, 2021 Global Automotive Supplier Study by Deloitte, where you can see that the estimated growth from 2020 to 2025 is in the order of 150% plus, and the estimated market size by 2025 is around $84 billion. And some of the key growth drivers in this market is, of course, the increase in tech-intensive vehicles, new safety regulation, not to mention, not at least for the urban areas, and of course the rise of autonomous vehicles and the general electrification of cars. So with that, Nihat, if you're ready, I'd like to give the floor to you. Nihat, as I said, is our Chief Technical Officer, and he will dive a little bit deeper into some of the aspects of our technology, the near future timeline, and the licensing approach. So please, Nihat.
Okay, good. Yeah, my name is Nihat. Let me continue talking briefly about our product development, which I'm responsible for as the CTO of Terranet. If you can show the next slide, please. Yes. Blink Vision. Our product, Blink Vision, is a superhuman vision system designed to make our roads safer and save the lives of vulnerable road users, especially in urban areas. Next to LiDAR systems, short and mid-range radar, camera-based ADAS systems, that we have today, Blink Vision complements today's sensor technologies by its ultra-fast, we call it bio-inspired computer vision technology. With Blink Vision, we see the shape and precise motion of objects up to 30 times faster than any other system, even in darkness, because we are an active safety system. This said, Blink Vision child-proofs every driver by ensuring that their vehicle will not kill pedestrians. How does it work? Briefly, we take the high-resolution time and 2D data of our vision modules and produce a 4D vector output in real time. So no blindness in between frames, minimal latency. Each of these vision modules pipe their preprocessed data into our compute module, where we combine these 2D images plus timestamp to a 3D picture in space and time. On top, our AI-based perception stack takes this continuous vector stream, let's put it this way, to detect, classify, and track moving objects in front of the vehicle, as said, with ultra-low latency. This is why we call our technology safety at the blink of an eye, Blink Vision. As you can see here on this picture, we are continuously improving our technology by extending the range, increasing the resolution, improving eye safety, and all the other KPIs that we have regarding our target market, which is the automotive industry. Yeah, let's go to the next slide, please. Yes, it's a good question to ask. Where are we? In 2021, we have successfully demonstrated our POC, so the proof of concept, to the automotive industry. Mercedes-Benz, Audi, just to mention two of those premium car manufacturers by name. Anyone who's in the automotive business knows that it actually takes a lot, from a POC demonstrator to a final product, which is then fully qualified and integrated into a production vehicle. This year, we are in a very challenging but also exciting development phase. We're moving from a POC technology, from a showcase, to the development of an automotive A-sample of BlincVision, which means a prototype that actually works and can be integrated into the EE architecture of a car. A challenge ahead is finding, of course, the right suppliers and partners for each of our product development phases and components. Since the market today doesn't offer off-the-shelf components, that are required by our product, we need to engage with visionary and agile suppliers and partners at a very early stage. We started with partnering with, strong company suppliers, automotive integrators already last year. But we're getting more and more interested, companies who would like to join our way to have BlincVision, as a commercialized, industrial proof hardware and software product. Therefore, we constantly screen what's happening. We look at market trends, we look at the competitor landscape, we look at startups where we can partner in certain areas, but also to, let's say, big industry players, strong players in the market with a good track of history. Next slide, please. Yeah, when we talk about our product itself, how are we going to market this? What is our business model here? Definitely our target customers is the OEM industry, auto manufacturers, of course. But we're also targeting tier ones, which means we would like to partner with strong automotive suppliers having decades of industry experience in the automotive domain, like Joran already mentioned, whether it's a Bosch, a Denso, Magna, Continental, etc. So we are very open to a partnership because we think that with a strong tier one partner, we can go to market faster and with a stronger appearance than just going all the way on our own. So it's very important to get strategic partners there in the early beginnings, like this year and next year. What will be our revenue streams? So we have multiple options that we are still evaluating, and all of the ones that you see here are valid. Whether it's the license for the product design, so the patents we have and the concept of BlincVision, but it's also customization. We know that there's lots of customization required in the OEM business. Every car manufacturer has different, architectures, different requirements. Then also the testing and homologation for different markets and countries. This is something where we want to engage actively. And of course, continuous support in terms of delivering software updates and improvements over the air. And also service level agreements where we want to be a strong partner to the OEMs when it comes to a lifetime support of our products. Who are these strategic development partners? Of course, the automotive industry, but also system integrators who are specialized in the OEM business. Hardware suppliers, because both our vision module and the compute module requires state-of-the-art hardware. We need to partner in order to get to the newest and best components on the market, but also software when it comes to software components, and also partners when it comes to speed up our development. The entire, for example, perception stack that we're going to build on top of our hardware. And electronic manufacturers, whether it's companies who are doing lasers or these so-called micro mirrors, diffractive elements, PCB boards, etc. That's of course also a standard, partner when it comes to manufacturing hardware. Yes, I think this is. I would like to hand over to you again, Johan.
Thank you, Nihat. We have just a couple of more slides to show. One is just to show that we do have a strong relationship with some visionary players in the automotive industry. We mentioned before Mercedes-Benz, and it was actually Mercedes-Benz who is perhaps the leader in the market when it comes to autonomous driving these days. I think they are qualified for level 3 already. They discovered Terranet and our technology very early on, and they were the ones to invite us to Startup Autobahn last year, where we were able to, together with them, demonstrate and show our proof of concept and that we could actually achieve the super fast response times that we promised. We have also a great relationship with HoloRide. HoloRide is in the business of augmented reality for entertainment systems for passengers. And what might be an interesting note there is that we are also a shareholder of HoloRide. And their founder, by the way, is also on our board. And then we have NEFS, which is a super exciting offering for autonomous driving in urban environments. And we are certainly very much looking forward to continuing with these relationships for a long time going forward. And then finally, there are many reasons you might think of for investing or not in Terranet, but the three good reasons that we are thinking of is that we do have a game-changing technology with a wide range of applications, not just limited to road safety, although that's what we are focusing on strategically right now. We think there is a very strong underlying trend or trends supporting product demand. We've talked about urbanization, we've talked about vehicle digitalization and electrification and autonomous driving and all that. We are part of the global ADAS market, which is growing rapidly, as I showed earlier. And beyond 2025, I think we will be looking at a market size which is way beyond the 84 billion that has been estimated for 2025. Thank you. I think we are done with the presentation, and we are happily receiving questions if you have any.
Yes, of course, I have. Thank you, Nihat, and thank you, Göran. I would like to start with something that I know that you are searching for, and that is a new CEO.
Yes.
You're the interim CEO now. Can you tell us something about this? What are you searching for in terms of background and skills?
I mean, obviously, the ideal profile is pretty rich, and we certainly would like to have somebody who has been working in this field, in this domain, in the automotive industry, if possible, but it's not necessary. We are looking for a good communicator who can help us communicate with not only our partners, business partners, and tier ones and OEMs, but also our community of shareholders, and certainly also somebody who can continue to build the team to make the most out of the capabilities and competencies that we already have. The process is ongoing, and every now and then we have candidates dropping in, so I'm excited about how that can go.
The team looks like it's Nihat and you, Göran, but there are other people as well. How big is the team now?
We are, roughly speaking, 15 full-time employees. We have a few consultants, but we have also, quite a few opening positions. So we are growing, we are recruiting, it's also always the case that whenever we see or meet, a talented person, we certainly prepared to, provide an opportunity.
And how many are based in this automated lab in Stuttgart?
I think we are 1, 2, 3, 4 with Nihat there now. And of course, besides the fact that we wanted that location to be close to the automotive industry in Germany, it's also a field of recruitment for us to be there. So, I mean, this was launched late last year, and we are certainly in good progress to find good people there too.
So this is an interesting time for you. You will make this prototype. Can you describe what this prototype will look like? What is it exactly? Is it something that you can integrate to every car, or please give us some more details about this?
Yeah, Nihat, are you still with us? Do you want to chip in here?
Yeah, sure. I can jump in. As I mentioned, our product Blink Vision mainly consists of 2 components. You could imagine, that these vision modules that we have are placed like at the side mirrors, on the rooftop, or even in the headlamps. That is something we're going to discuss with Tier 1 partners. And then there will be a compute unit that is hidden somewhere under the trunk, in the back, etc. So the prototype is going to be something that we integrate into a car, not just mechanically. Integration means we attach it to their bus system, we speak their protocols, we attach it to their interfaces, and then the result of our entire system, so the compute module and the Blink Vision, vision modules, they deliver a message like, hey, I've seen something in front of the vehicle. It is, let's say, with a confidence level of 95%, it's a kid. It is exactly positioned there, and it's running in this direction. And I would recommend you to start the emergency braking system. That's what our product is going to look like. This is the first step in integrating our technology into a so-called EE architecture of a vehicle. And then, of course, we're going to partner with OEMs and to go on their test tracks and actually do industrial proof, very, very tough testings on the road and on test tracks before, of course, it can be integrated into production vehicles.
Do you need partners to do this, or can you do this by yourself?
Actually not, no, we can't do this on ourselves. I mean, Göran said we're 15 people. We're going to hire approximately, up to 10 people this year as well. Of course, only the best talents and candidates, which is the challenge in itself. But this is why we also said we're going to set up an office in Stuttgart, because we need a lot of automotive engineers, but also these partners who have decades of experience in these processes. It's not just the innovation itself, the great new technology that we have invented and patented. It also comes to execution. And when you want to execute with an OEM, they would not take you serious if you don't have a strong partner next to you. So, of course, we're not doing this on our own. This is why we're looking for visionary and strong partners in this area. And thank God there are partners out there.
Yes, earlier you had an agreement with Mercedes-Benz. Can you tell us, is this still ongoing?
I mean, honestly, what we did with Mercedes-Benz was one of the first and early steps to show, the OEM industry what we can do. So there is a future technology that helps us saving lives on the roads. And this was a great success because, you know, they said, hey, if you can bring this into our vehicles, that would be fantastic. But now it's about developing the A sample. And any OEM will tell you, you better do this and come back, right? An OEM is never going to engage developing a product with you because they have all their tier ones and partners. So they are still very interested. We've been invited, for example, to go on their test tracks, you know, to get support whenever we need that, when we get like documentation and specs, how to integrate that in their vehicles. But the next step is really having a prototype in our hands that can be integrated in their platforms. That's the next step. So it's a very natural and very, you know, common step that they are now watching what we're doing, you know, talking to us in continuously in regular intervals. But it's not something they are going to engage developing a piece of hardware. Of course, that's not their business. They don't have the bandwidth and the resources to do so.
So when the prototype is integrated in the car, what do you think will happen then?
As soon as BlinkVision is integrated into a car, which means it is both the vision modules and the compute unit, we will be connected, you know, to the car's central computing unit. We will talk their protocols, and we will basically be integrated as a fundamental part of their ADAS system in the domain of safety. Then our system is not going to, let's say, activate the brakes. That's not something that BlinkVision is going to do, but will be one of the most important and fastest sensors, telling the OEMs, like, you know, this is my opinion, I'm the BlinkVision sensor, and I'm probably giving you a result after 5 milliseconds. But if you like to ask LiDAR or a camera vision system as well, please do so, and then you make up your mind, you know, and then decide what to do. So relying on a single sensor, this is just not going to happen. This is not the truth today in the OEM and automotive architecture, but we will be one of the first responding sensors and probably one of the ones that have the highest confidence level and give as much high-level information as possible. So we're not going to feed the central computing unit with gigabytes of data and then tell them, you better do the computation. No, we're going to send safety events to a system that is then deciding on its own what to do.
Okay, time's running fast, and I think that we have overdrawn a bit, but I hope that is okay because we all think this is very interesting. I know that we will see some news ahead from this company, I'm sure of that, and hopefully we can address that later on. So I will thank you, Nihat, for
You're welcome.
Participating, and also you, Göran, and thank you.
Thank you very much.